I think many of us who are on the stage and getting involved speaking today, and perhaps who are listening, will remember the start of the journey, perhaps when you were very young, learning to play piano. I don't mind telling you that my mum is in the audience there. Look at LD. Go on, LD. Can't have a profile picture on the internet. No, people might see it. LD, Linda is there. She's my mum. She will tell you happily stories of my childhood as learning to play piano. And she'll tell you how she used to pull me on the sled in the snow to piano lessons. And because she was so supportive and she was so determined that I wasn't going to give up. And I've got a lot to be grateful to her and my dad for, and it's great to have them here listening as well. So thanks for being here, guys. Right. I feel like whichever child I start with, I'm insulting about 8 families. But please, this is a random order, I can assure you. They're just randomly lined up in front of me. But I see we have got some people who are live with us on stage. So first on stage, who I know is going to contribute, is Yvonne. Yvonne is with us, I hope, with her son Isaac, aged 9. Are you there, Yvonne?
I am. We are ready.
Ah, fantastic. Now, if I could just ask you one or two things first, Yvonne, before Isaac makes perhaps his world debut, I don't know. By the way, just in case, have you hit the top 3, the 3 buttons, dots in the top right-hand corner where you can change the audio setting to high? Just in case anyone coming on stage, that's always a useful modification to do if you've got that option in your settings.
Yeah, it's on. I think it's on high at the moment. Yeah.
Perfect, great. So, Yvonne, how long has Isaac been playing the piano?
I'd say only about 18 months or 2 years, and it's been really tricky because of lockdown and doing lessons via Zoom and then not doing lessons via Zoom, and so it's been a bit tricky, but he's it's always been the one thing that's been there, so that's it's been brilliant.
Are you able to talk about because I don't have young children, it's a long time ago since I was a child learning, are you able to talk about any kind of impact you've seen on Isaac in terms of just him as a person and how he reacts when he plays or what he gets out of it? Because as you know, a big passion of mine, and as you can see, guys, if you haven't yet followed the Music and Mental Health Club, we're just all about what music can bring us and what music can do for us, and that's for children as well as adults. So as his mum, you sit and watch him play or talk to him about whether he wants to play today or whatever it may be, or perhaps you just go on down your piano practice. I'm sure you don't do that, but can you talk about like how he is around the piano and what you think that it brings him?
Yeah, I mean, I work with children in mental health. I'm a counsellor with teenagers actually, but I really feel the power of music for children, and certainly in terms of him playing I think it's such an amazing thing for a kid to do. I gave up quite early on I think I did grade 1 and gave up, and obviously for like a lot of people that's the biggest regret. But for him, it's starting a piece and really not knowing how to even think that you're going to be able to play both hands or, be able to get to the end or pass the first bar, and then watching him sort of work through and then get better and better, and then eventually just playing it without even looking at the music and really fast and being utterly proud of himself, I think is the biggest thing for me.
And talk about so this is the classic argument, is playing piano something that you have to make him do, or does he want to do it?
He's giving me a funny grin. It's a bit of both, I think. Sometimes he'll just sit down and do whatever he wants, and that's fine. And I think when they sit down and just play sort of back catalogue of things that they know really well, it can be, as a parent, it can be quite sometimes you think, you've got to spend some time on the new stuff, you've got to progress, but actually giving them that time just to remind themselves that they're good at the piano and that they can play whatever, and how far they've progressed with those other tunes is it's really important.
Fantastic. Well, we're really, really excited about this. So we have to prepare ourselves. The most important question: is this Isaac's first concert?
I think it is. Yeah, he's really, really into drama and dance. So he's done a lot of performing, but I think this is the first. Apart from house music at school, I think this is the first one. He's written a little piece, which I was really busy over the weekend, so I didn't read it through, but actually it's quite sweet. So he's going to read that first, if that's all right, and then play.
Absolutely brilliant. Isaac, can you hear us? Say hello.
Hello.
Brilliant. Well, you're a man of few words, but the correct words. You are brilliant. We love you. Thank you so much for being here. What a great opportunity for you, and just a great thing for you to be happy to get involved with. We are having a chat between the moderators, and Helen's just said Isaac's first audience is 25 people. Go on, Isaac. Isaac, tell us what you've written down. Your mum says you've written something down.
I love the piano because the melodic sound makes me feel calm and happy. I also love the piano because if you're playing a piece, it will give you something to focus on and objectives to do by the end of the day or week. Now I'm going to play The Little Brook by Walter Carroll.
Go on, Isaac. Everyone's rooting for you. Yes. Everyone on stage, do me a favour. We're not having a clubhouse mic clap. Unmute yourselves, everyone on stage, and give Isaac a cheer.
The smile of a proud boy on his face is so amazing. Thank you. It's been lovely.
Fantastic. I hope this would work. I was
made his day.
I was always secretly hoping that this could be one of the special moments of the day. Like, we had an amazing moment earlier in the morning when Winnie from Kenya had her children play, and I just couldn't stop grinning how cool this was. And now you guys have brought into it. Oh, Helen's just sent a message that says, "Oh, I've got something in my eye." Get in. Love it. Stick around, Yvonne, because please stick around on stage. We've got quite a few contributions we're going to try and get through. So I see Tina's joined us on stage. We're going to come to Tina in just a second because I've got some recordings of other...
You've muted yourself.
Oh,
Mark,
sorry. I'm just far too excited. I have just told you the winning numbers of the lottery. Sorry. I don't know where I lost you. Let's try that again. So Yvonne, you stick around. We're going to. I've got some videos that people have sent me, so I will be coming to Tina in a moment. I know I've got some special guests with her as well. But I would just like to play some of the videos that have been sent to me. So these are people who aren't on Clubhouse or were unable to make it live. But I just wanted to encourage as many people as possible. So don't forget, if you're listening to this and you know anyone who has a child who plays piano, now is your time. Ping them into the room. We're going to squeeze in as many as we can before 6 o'clock. So I was sent these two videos by a lady who I'm connected to on LinkedIn. She's called Elizabeth Hibbert. She's got two daughters, Annabel, who's 11, and Jessica, who is 9. I've just got some short videos from them. So I'm going to play them, just to make sure I've got the sound there, so you're going to be able to hear that. That's great. So first of all, this is just a short video from Jessica. She's also 9, like Isaac was. And here we go. This is Jessica Hibbert.
To play the piano because it makes me feel happy.
And what else do we need, ladies and gentlemen? I like to play the piano because it makes me feel happy. So that was Jessica Hibbert, age 9. I know she's not here, but a round of applause for Jessica. Everyone cheer. Wait. Love it. And this so now we've got is Annabel Hibbert. So that's her older sister who's 11, who also plays. So here we go. Annabel Hibbert, ladies and gentlemen. we go. Annabel Hibbett. So that big shout out to Elizabeth Hibbett, who sent those 2 videos in of her daughters, Jessica, age 9, and Annabel, age 11. A big round of applause for the Hibbett family. We're here celebrating the future of piano playing, ladies and gentlemen, in the Children's Hour as part of World Piano 88. If you've got any friends who you know who have children, probably 18 or younger, who you think would like to take part and play something live before 6 o'clock, then do encourage them to come into the room. Ping them in right now. So, Helen, we'll just have a quick chat about our 1 or 2 of our little experiences, then we're going to get Tina on. Helen, how old were you when you started playing piano?
Well, as my profile picture suggests, I was about 10 months old when I was sat at the piano. And what you can't see in that picture is my grandmother as backstop, stopping me fall backwards off the piano stool as I thrashed about and got excited about hitting the keys. But my mum plays the piano as well, and we always had a piano in the house, and she still got it. She had a Broadwood upright piano for her 21st birthday, and she still has it, and she's in her late 70s now, and that is the piano that you see my former me there in my picture playing at that young age. And that piano has been in that house ever since, and I sat and played it as a child by ear to start with, and I have perfect pitch, so I used to pick tunes up from the telly and from the music that my mum and dad would listen to. My dad's a big rock and roll fan and loved all kind of other big eclectic range of music. I used to listen to music in the car, and I used to pick out tunes on the piano, and we didn't discover that I had perfect pitch and probably till I was about 8 or 9 years old, but realized that I could do that kind of pick it up by ear kind of thing, which was really cool. I didn't start having lessons till I was 10, and that was under duress, because my mum had said to me from probably quite a lot younger than that I would benefit from having lessons because I would get technique from learning how to do it properly, and I suspect I was probably a little bit stubborn, and my mum and I had this kind of relationship where that would have come to blows probably. But I did somehow eventually believe her and deign to have lessons, and I had a fabulous piano teacher called Kay, and I went to her throughout then from the age of 10 upwards, and then I went off to university and studied music, which brought me down to Southampton. And when I was at university, those piano teachers that I was offered at uni seemed to be of the belief that anybody going to them for lessons solely wanted to be a concert pianist for a living, which I did not want to do. So I never really got on with them. I think we touched on that sort of topic earlier today. And I went back to Kay even then when I was at uni, and our paths have crossed a few times since, when I had a fall once and broke my little finger, and she gave me some scales and exercises on the piano which helped with my physio and recovery much better than any other physio did. And she's still around somewhere, retired somewhere, but very, very young, but then not till 10, and then under duress.
I think you segue nicely to a quick shout out to a session that's happening at 8 o'clock. We've got a lady called Lisa Spector coming on, who had been a pianist for many years, and then a couple of years ago had an incident where she crushed her right hand and was told she would never be able to play using her right hand again. And she's going to come on and tell us the story of her recovery. So looking forward to that, and how piano playing has played a part of that physical recovery. So you join us, ladies and gentlemen, in the Children's Hour, the future of piano playing. We've already heard Isaac deliver his world premiere, ladies and gentlemen, his world premiere at 9 years old to a club on Clubhouse. Isn't that fantastic? And so now we're going to move on to Tina. Tina is joining us, Tina Taylor, and she, I believe, is going to have 2 very, 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 very special guests with her, because they are the stars. Can we call them the stars? I think that's only reasonable. The stars of the Our Messy Rainbows podcast. So before we go into hearing about Dee and Ray and their piano playing, I just want to find out a little bit about the Our Messy Rainbows podcast, if we could do, first of all, Tina. So over to you.
Thanks, Mark. So did you just want me to explain about the podcast?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just sort of give some context about what the podcast is, and then we can go on to Dee and Ray and their playing.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, so the girls set up their own podcast last year, I think May time, during lockdown. They wanted to connect with their family and friends during lockdown. and they received, really positive messages about it, and they found that it was a way of helping children to feel less lonely. So now they're on a mission to publish 79 episodes by the end of this year. So that's what they're working on. So it's about issues that they face in their everyday life, and they discuss it on a podcast. So that's what they're doing.
Isn't that amazing to have children who are wanting to do something positive like that? What's the significance of the 79 podcasts, Tina?
Okay, so it's to do with Clubhouse. I've met a lady called Karen Dark, and she is a Paralympic athlete, and she won the 79th medal for Great Britain in the Rio Paralympics in 2016, and she's got something called My Quest 79, where she's encouraging people to go on this quest for 79 to help find our inner gold. So what she's saying is, when you start this quest, you'll grow, you'll find your inner strength that you didn't know that you had. So the girls heard her actually on Clubhouse, because I'm always on it, and they were like, we want to get involved. So we went onto her website, and that's how it started. So it started probably in February. So we're on episode 31 right now, so we've got still quite a long way to go, but we're on this journey together.
But you must be really proud of your children, wanting to do something positive. Obviously, they've lived through a very, very difficult period, as we all have, but they've had to do it at a very, very young age. And I can only imagine the difficulties you must have in terms of, explaining to them what's going on and why they are and aren't allowed to do certain things. But then you must be so proud that they then are, trying to do something so positive as a result of it.
Yeah, exactly. I think as adults we've found it difficult, but the children, to be honest, I think they're more resilient. They find coping methods somehow, and I feel like the reason why I wanted to support them with this podcast is because I feel like children, they really have the solutions, and as adults we tend to complicate things. So I feel like they have the answers, they have the solutions, and we need to listen to them more. And even though one of the reasons why they set it up is because they found schoolwork boring, and I found it challenging to teach my children during the whole homeschooling scenario. And then this podcast was like a project for them, and I think that's why it worked for them, because it was a project more instead of having to do schoolwork. So they saw it as a project, and I think that's what made it a bit more happier and fun to do instead of boring schoolwork.
We can't have boring schoolwork. It's just not when you could be playing the piano. That'll never do. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, my youngest Ray actually learnt how to play piano during lockdown. So she was 6 years old. Yeah, she's just turned 7. So she's not had any face-to-face lessons. It's just been online. So it's going to be strange when she can go and do face-to-face lessons.
And people can hear them playing on the Our Messy Rainbows podcast. Is that right?
I'm done speaking, Mark.
Oh, sorry. I was too busy looking at your information, and multitasking has started to go out the window. So people can hear Dee and Ray play on the podcast. Is that right? Hello, testing.
Sorry, that was me now. No.
It's going well, this, isn't it?
They've not actually done a podcast episode on piano playing, but maybe that's the next one. So that's just the podcast is just about their thoughts and feelings and how to find rainbows inside of us.
Love it, absolutely. Oh well, yeah. If they can incorporate piano playing in that'd be fantastic. So I believe Dee and Ray they're not going to play for us today, but they're going to speak. Is that right?
That's right. They're just in a meeting right now, so just bear with me. And
did you just say your 7 and 9-year-old are in a meeting?
Well, they're actually on a a meeting about setting up the podcast into a
Amazing.
business.
Oh,
So
wow.
they've got a mentoring session as we're speaking, but bear with me, I'm just going to call them out.
I don't think I've ever heard the sentence a 7-year-old is in a meeting about setting up their podcast.
Gosh, that sounds impressive, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shall I put that in the quotes folder?
Yes, I think that will do for the quotes folder for the day quite nicely. I think we could all just go, oh, well, we'll just wait for Dee and Ray to tell us how to do it. That's fantastic.
Wait for them to come out of their meeting.
That's mad. I am laughing so hard.
That is the quote of the day. Sorry, my 7-year-old is just in a meeting. Brilliant.
And Mark, they're here now.
Hi, Dee and Ray. How are you?
Good.
I understand you're very busy people, so I don't want to keep you. So can you tell us why you like to play the piano? How does playing piano make you feel?
Well, piano makes me feel happy because I'm learning a different, I think of it like learning a different language because it's like reading and playing a different language.
Fantastic. I do apologise. I don't know which one I'm speaking to. Is that Dee or Ray?
It's D.
Hi, Dee. That was beautifully expressed. So yeah, exactly like learning a different language, isn't it? Both in the way that it's written down and perhaps how it makes you feel. You say it makes you feel. Is it something you like to do every day?
Yes, I try and do it every day. I think I do it mostly every day, and I like doing it. And when I do my piano lesson, I have to practice a piece. I enjoy it, but sometimes I like going back in my piano book and seeing all the different stuff, and I remember it. Say, oh yeah, I like that piece, and go play it.
That's fantastic. I like the fact that you talked about some things needing to be practiced and some things needing to be played. That's something I tell all the people that I help all the time. There's a difference between practicing and playing. And if when you say the sentence about playing the piano, I need to play the piano today, or I'm going to play the piano today, that sounds a lot more fun than I need to do my piano practice, which sometimes sounds like a lot of hard work. And it's good to practice sometimes, but I think the most important thing is we're having fun. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Dee. So I understand Ray is there as well. Can we say hello to Ray?
Hello.
Oh, yes, we can. Hey, fantastic. Hello, Ray. How are you?
Good.
So tell us why you like playing the piano. What's your favourite thing to do about playing the piano?
Well, I like playing piano because it makes me happy, and I like playing different languages because I know a lot of different languages.
You know a lot of different languages, and we've just got you out of a business meeting as well, and you're 7. You might be my favourite person on the planet right now. That's fantastic. And so what if you could play any tune on the piano, Ray, what would it be?
Look, hands together.
Did you say look hands together?
Yeah.
Who sang? Is that a song that you know? Where do you know that tune from?
Well, it's from a piano book.
And that's the best kind of book, I think. Tina, you must be really proud of these two guys.
Yeah, I am. I am. They work really hard, and I just feel like I never had the experience of playing an instrument, and we actually found the piano because someone was getting rid of it when Dee was 1 year old, and my husband saw it and he was like, I know you've always wanted your children to play the piano, so shall I just get this piano? So someone was just getting rid of it, and I was like, yes, please, just bring it. So we had this piano in our house for like 5 years, unplayed, untouched. And then when Dee had her first lesson and she was coming home to practice, it just filled our house up with, I don't know, just the best feeling ever. And I'm so glad that they've learned this, learning a different language, learning how to read the notes, something that I found tricky, but they've actually enjoyed it, and it does bring happiness, not just to them, but to the whole family. As I said to you, Mark, they every as soon as it was anyone's birthday during lockdown, we used to send them videos of Dee and Ray singing happy birthday to them and playing the happy birthday on the piano. And the feedback that we got, it was just amazing, because we did make people, they made people happy during lockdown. So yeah, the piano brings a lot of joy to us in our home and to our extended family and friends.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for being here, Tina and Yvonne. I know that you guys are very proud of your children. It's great to have them on live. I'm going to play some of the other videos that I've been sent, if that's okay right now for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to World Piano 88, the world's first Clubhouse World Piano Day. We're here for 24 hours. My goodness, that was a good idea. From 8 a.m. till 8 a.m. UK time, which means we've now been going for almost 9.5 hours. And we are here until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning UK time. And the schedule you can see is at thatpianoguy.club. Thatpianoguy.club. You can tap that into your browser, or you can go to my profile, scroll down to the Instagram link at the bottom. You'll be able to go to it there, where you will also find the donation link for the Nordoff Robbins music therapy charity that we are raising money for today. And I'm delighted to report someone's just put a tenner in the pot. Hurrah! We're off the £529 we were stuck on. So we're up to £539. Thank you so much. Whether it's a small donation or a big donation, we're very, very grateful. We are gunning for £888 by the time this 24 hours is over. Right, time to get some more videos that have been sent to me. I'd like to share with you now a young lad called Logan Ahern. He is 13 years old, and Logan has immediately achieved some cool points in my world, because he has been playing a tune which I've got a lot of time for. It's called Children. It's by a guy called Robert Miles, and Logan's been trying to work out his own version of this, and so I said I'd stick a bit of this recording on the keyboard. So ladies and gentlemen, Logan Ahern, part of the future of piano here on World Piano 88. Over to you.
Hi, my name's Logan. I enjoy playing piano because the feel of it against my hands is just amazing.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 13.
Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Ahern, age 13. Let's give Logan a round of applause.
Wow, that's awesome.
Isn't that great stuff?
Awesome.
That was sent to me by his stepdad on LinkedIn, who was a new connection, and he said, "Oh, my stepson plays piano. Can we get him?" And I said, "Absolutely, no problem at all. The more, the merrier." Technically speaking, I don't think we gave a round of applause to Dee and Ray with Tina. So, round of applause to the Our Misty Rainbows crew. Love it. Right, time for the next video. Don't forget, as I said to you before, if you know anyone in your contacts and your connections here on Clubhouse who has a child who plays piano and they want to come on live before 6 o'clock, now is your time. Ping them in, send them a message, reach out to them directly, send them the direct link to the room that's at thatpianoguy.club. We want to encourage as many children as we possibly can to be playing the piano. So next, I've been sent this video by a lady called Jeanette Weedle. This is her daughter, Maddy. Maddy Weedle is 17. Another tune that I often get asked to play. This is the very, very beautiful I Giorni by Ludovico Einaudi. Close your eyes and have 5 minutes bliss of this. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddy Weedle. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddy Weedle. Let's give it. Everyone take their microphones off stage and give them a round of applause. Maddy is 17 years old, and her mum Jeanette wanted to send in that video of her playing I Giorni by Ludovico Einaudi, and it was really great to get them involved. Thank you so much to them. For those of you who have enjoyed listening to the children's section, we're going to be taking some of the videos that we've been sent in advance. I'm going to put in a compilation of them together on the Mark Deeks Music YouTube channel with their parents' permission, of course, and it'd be great to have your support to check that out when that video goes live. So subscribe at the Mark Deeks Music YouTube channel and you'll see that, as well as some of the other videos and pre-recorded content from today. So if you missed the discussion on using music in dementia care, that is already live on the Mark Deeks Music YouTube channel. If you missed the interview with Henrik Klinkenberg from the Finnish band Sonata Arctica, the keyboard player, his interview was on earlier. It's now on the YouTube channel. You can hear that there, as well as the discussion that's going to be happening at 6 o'clock in about 20 minutes time, which is, can depressing music be positive for your mental health? I'm really looking forward to that one, and you can see Kostas is on the stage. He was part of that discussion. Looking forward to hearing that and letting everyone hear that. So we've got about 20 minutes left of the Children's Hour, the future of piano playing. Thank you so much for being here. We've got a very special set of 3 videos here from the same child, and you're going to understand why we're going to give special attention to and allow this particular young lad to play us 3 videos. These videos have been sent to me by a mother of a boy called Lennie Street. Now, if it's possible and you want to check out what Lennie does, it's possible to stay listening to the Clubhouse app and yet come out of your app and go and look at different social media and different apps on your phone. I don't want you to miss this, so if you want to not miss it and you're not sure about how to come out of an app and come back in, then I'm not meaning leaving the room, of course. We don't want you to leave this room. But if you want to check out on Twitter whilst you're listening to this, you can do. Look for a Twitter account called Lennie's Tunes. Lennie's Tunes. And the reason I want you to go on Lennie's Tunes is that Lennie has a huge following on Twitter. In fact, he's got a way bigger following than I have, and there's a very special reason for that, and rightly so, because Lennie suffers from cerebral palsy. He's just 9 years old, and yet he records regular piano videos because piano is his thing. It's his joy, it's his heart, and he uses piano playing as part of his life, and it's fantastic that we've been able to send videos to play Lennie, and so he can share as part of World Piano Day. And so what I want you to do right now, do me a favor, because I want as many people to hear this as possible. If you think that there is someone in your life that the joy of hearing a boy with cerebral palsy playing piano could really touch, because it's all about the power of the music, all about the good of the music, all about what music can give us, all about what music can do for us in terms of overcoming adversity, which there's going to be a special section on in a couple of hours' time. But overcoming adversity is something we all have to do, be it physical or mental, or the challenges that life throws at us. But Lennie, even when faced with some really, really difficult and challenging circumstances, still finds joy in playing the piano. So if there's anyone on your contacts list you think, I'm sure just for a few minutes they would like to hear this, now is your time. Please ping them in as I let the man himself, Lennie Street, introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Lennie. I'm 9 years old and I love to play the piano.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lennie Street, get your microphones off.
Yeah. Wow.
9 years old with cerebral palsy. And if you go on Twitter and look at Lennie's tunes, you will see loads and loads and loads of videos of Lennie playing the piano. And isn't that fantastic? And the good news for you, ladies and gentlemen, is he sent me another one. Here we go, Lennie Street. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Lennie Street.
Yeah.
Isn't it fantastic? I can't wait for you to see the videos. We're going to put the videos on my YouTube channel when this is over that we've been sent by the parents of these children. But yeah, Lennie Street battling cerebral palsy and still managing to, in his own words, play great tunes. And it's just fantastic. So I don't think I need to make any apologies for the fact that Lennie has sent me one more. He sent me 3 videos and there was no way I was only going to choose one. So with your permission, ladies and gentlemen, Lennie Street, video 3, over to you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Lennie Street. In his own words, thank you. Not fantastic. I'd encourage you to go onto Twitter. I think he's got a Facebook page as well, but certainly on Twitter, Lennie's Tunes, Lennies, Lennie's Tunes. And Lennie, just 9 years old, battling cerebral palsy, but still smashing it out the park on the piano. Fantastic stuff. And this is the future of piano playing this hour, encouraging our children to get involved in piano playing and encouraging them to think about the good that it can do them and make it part of their lives. And we've been sent a range of videos in, so as I say, we'll put the selection of videos onto my YouTube channel after this event is over, so you can relive those very, very special videos. But it's been fantastic to be joined live by Yvonne and Tina on the stage and their children, just to share their experience. And we've had some live music, and we've had them called out at business meetings and everything. It's been fantastic to hear how the children are getting excited about music and piano playing and what good it can do. So it's great to hear their stories. Just if we could just go to Yvonne and Tina one more time before we close out this hour. Yvonne, are you hopeful that music might become something part of their lives long term, in terms of what it might give them, and Isaac and his life? What might it be that is in store for Isaac? Are you keen for him to just make sure that it's always something that he enjoys, rather than necessarily worrying about a career? Has he ever thought about, I guess he's too young to worry about a job, but can you imagine it's something he's going to do long term?
I hope so. Shall I ask them?
Well, if they can fit us into their schedule, that'd be fantastic to know. Yeah.
Mark, can you repeat the question, please? Dee's here.
Absolutely. So, Dee, I was wondering, do you think that piano playing is something that you'll always do, or do you think it's just something you'd like to do now?
Well, I hope that I will do it all my life, because I enjoy it. And if I go to work when I'm older, I hope that I'll still try and fit in piano.
Well, I think that's the perfect answer. I'll settle for that beautifully. Well done, Dee. Is Ray around, or?
No, are you here?
Yeah.
Should we ask Ray the same question?
Yes, please.
So, Ray, we're wondering, do you think you'll always play the piano, or is it just something you want to do now?
It's just something that I want to do now.
That's also a good answer. I think the most important thing is we do it when we want to, and encourage you to make it part of your life. I'm so glad that piano playing is part of what you enjoy now, and we wish you all the very, very best with the podcast. It sounds like you're doing fantastic work, and your mum is very, very proud of you, as we all are. Ladies and gentlemen, can we unmute our microphones one more time for Dee and Ray? Woo woo! You're very, very welcome. Love it. Yvonne, are you around? Perhaps we could say a goodbye to Isaac, but if not, then we salute Isaac and his piano playing debut, world premiere, I think we should call it, on his Instagram profile, which is surely only moments away. Isaac, Yvonne's son, who was age 9, was here to play. And thank you all so much to the parents who sent in videos, went to take the time of sending in videos of their children playing. We hope that you continue to encourage your children where you are, and it's just really, really fantastic.